Yo, what it do, guys? It is your boy, Leon Mookie here, back with you on another new part of What If Izuku Can Summon Heroic Spirits. This is part 13. In the last part, we were just getting ready for the UA Sports Festival to begin. However, Bakugo declares war on Izuku, but and also subconsciously declares war on everyone else in Class 1A as well. Not only that, Izuku giving out his speech, proving that he plans on giving it his all, and wants to see everybody else giving it their all as well. With the first event being that of the obstacle course race, beginning with Izuku showing off his abilities to use his projection magic, and now having Odysseus being that of a rider class servant, accessing the throne of heroes, mounts and vehicles of servants, with soon winning the event with not just his skills, but also with the help of his servants as well. With now the next event being the Cavalry battle, with Izuku being first place and being the biggest target. However, having a plan which involves Odysseus. So, with all that said, let's get into this, shall we, guys? As the Cavalry battle begins, many people in the audience were completely and utterly shocked at what they're seeing, as they see the giant mecha-like horse, the Odysseus Trojan horse, is standing in the arena. With many of the heroes' jaws have dropped, even some of the teachers and faculties' jaws have dropped, except that of Nezu. As for All Might, he couldn't help but think, if I didn't have that talk with young Midoriya about after our battle training, I think I would have still believed that he was given multiple quirks by All For One. But now that I see it, I don't even think that a quirk that All For One has would be able to handle such a powerful ability to do this, as he's utterly and completely shocked at seeing the mecha-like horse. With Hawks, on the other hand, as he's basically standing up in one of the VIP seats, with then seeing, oh god, this can't be happening. It's like he gets stronger and stronger day after day. Sentient quirks are one thing. Quirks that have the ability to basically take on any top-ranking pros is another as well. But this, knowing the PHSC, they're definitely going to force me onto this. They're going to try and fabricate some bullshit for me to arrest Izuku Midoriya and force him to become their own personal hero. Damn it! The only reason I'm here the only reason I'm a public safety hero was mostly just to support my mom, even as a kid. That's it. Sure, my number one dream is to make sure that heroes basically have that of a happy and peaceful future, just as any other civilian deserves as well. To do that, I need him to continue being himself. And putting a lot of strain on that kid, especially on his morals, on how he sees on killing people, it's going to be a Lady Nagant situation all over again, but 10 times worse. With then soon every other spectator and many of those outside of the concession booths and food stands, such as Mount Lady, Death Arms, and Kamui Woods still patrolling the grounds. As they are also seeing the sports festival in one of the Jumbotron screens outside, with then soon Kamui Wood saying, if I recall, that's the same boy that stopped the sludge villain and basically stepped in front of us. With then Def Arms saying, seriously? That's the same kid? That's unbelievable. Wait. Are you saying that all of those vigilantes who were using their quirks were actually one kid? With then Mount Lady could up and say, Oh yeah, I totally remember now. The green hair is the green hair really is something actually, and freckles make him look cute too. But I guess I guess it's pretty easy to forget given that we didn't really do anything with then suit. Both Deaf Arms and Kamui Woods look at Mount Lady, saying what? With then Kamui come up and say, do you think of anything that isn't about you getting noticed or, getting attention by any chance? With soon Mount Lady saying, if I don't get noticed, I don't get a lot of paid and a lot of money. It's hard for people like me with that of body sizing quirks to get noticed easily. I had to be flashy. As she says this, trying to defend her actions and her words, with then Deaf Arms couldn't help but sigh, saying, well, whatever. And even so, that kid, on the other hand, if he becomes a pro, he's definitely going to reach the top 10 as soon as he starts, as either a sidekick or even just striking out on his own as a wandering pro like Mirako. Back in the stadium, everyone who were able to form teams were completely and utterly shocked at what they saw. With Shoto's team, Shoto alongside Ida, Momo, and Kaminari couldn't help but be completely and utterly jaw-dropped at the massive mech in front of him. As for all of those in Class 1B who teamed up together as well, they also are completely and utterly shocked as well, seeing this, as they didn't expect, since neither Class 1A and Class 1B knows about their quirks, they believe that they had the advantage. Hell, some of them even believed that since Class 1A was noticed that during the USJ attack, some of their quirks were actually, spoken of in interviews. But not everyone's quirk, such as Izuku's quirk though. But during the obstacle course race, some of them believe that Izuku just had the same ability as Momo to basically create objects, which could be easily used to counteract them. However, thanks to Izuku being humanity's final and last master, and him also being a magi in training, let's just say Class 1B never had a chance to begin with. With Bakugo, on the other hand, he grits his teeth in that of rage and anger as explosion continues to get louder and louder, within saying, doesn't matter if you're basically hiding behind a giant-ass toy robot, I'm still gonna get those points, Deku! Go, shitty hair! With then Kirishima actually somewhat worried, but then saying, well, boy, this is gonna be crazy, but in a manly way of crazy though. With then Kirishima, Mina, and Zero rush towards Izuku. With then soon everyone else who also wanted to go after the 10 million points began to go after Izuku as well, even though technically they're not even in the Trojan horse at all, as they're in Odysseus's reality marvel pocket dimension, reality marvel where he creates that of a simulation of that of a cockpit, with Izuku, Ochako, Mei, and Tokoyami also inside of the reality marvel cockpit as well. With then Izuku seeing all of the screens, within Izuku couldn't help but smirk, within saying, Odysseus, don't hurt any of them, but don't make it easy for them too. With then Odysseus couldn't help but smile, saying, as you wish, master. Just let you know, since this is the first time using my noble phantasm for at least a little while, you don't mind if I show off at least a little bit. With then Izuku couldn't help but smile and say, be pleasure, just don't go too crazy, okay? With that, Odysseus couldn't help but have a feral look on his face, with a smirk, saying, as you wish. With that, soon the Trojan horse finally fully activates, as then it looks like it's about to crouch and jumps into the air, as then the magic thrusters on its back and front hoofs begin to fly up into the air, with then soon Bakugo screams out, "What?" With then soon President Mike saying, "Are you seeing this, everyone? It seems like this giant creature is even able to fly!" With then soon Aizawa couldn't help but say, if my theory is correct, my quirk really doesn't work on Midoriya. But even so, I can't say for certain. Such a powerful quirk, such amazing control. And not only that, when it comes to that of sentient quirks, they normally do whatever the hell they want when they want, making it harder on the user to basically bring them in and use them effectively in battle. But in Midoriya's case, if I recall, he just got this new sentient quirk during his training when he was, excused from classes to recover after the USJ event. But even so, he shouldn't be able to handle this so perfectly and so easily and effortlessly as well. This doesn't feel right. It feels completely and utterly off. With that, back into the stadium, soon the Trojan horse lands back onto the ground. Within, it's skidding at least a little bit, making sure, as it almost looked like it was about to hit some of the participants in the battle. However, effortlessly, Odysseus moves the legs of the Trojan horse where it wouldn't hit any of them at all. With that, soon a few of them from Class 1B and even Shinso with his mind control team also were completely and utterly shocked. With then Izuku saying, "Odysseus," saying, "You did say for me to cut loose, and you did say for me not to hurt any of them as well. So I'm doing that, while also cutting loose at the same time. Just to let you know, that means I can have a little bit, you said I could have a little bit of fun, Master." With then soon Ochako actually basically floating around in the cockpit alongside Mei and that of Tokuyami, is saying, "Wow, it actually feels like I'm using my quirk without even throwing up at all. This is so cool." With then soon Mei basically goes to Izuku and Odysseus, as then soon Izuku saying, Hatsune, tell me, how did you create this giant baby? How does this work? I need to know. I don't see any wiring, circuitry, or any controls whatsoever. Normally, when it comes to giant suits like this, it would be easy to replicate and possibly even that of copy and design and modify, but I don't see nothing besides these screens. How are you doing this? How are you doing this?" With her soon shaking Izuku, with Izuku saying, please Hatsune, stop. With Tokuyami though, as he has his legs crossed, with then also his arms crossed, as he also just floating like Ochako, saying, "Reverie in the dark, it seems." Back outside, Bakugo and his team continues to go after Izuku and Odysseus, with Izuku's team as well, as he tries jumping up using his quirk and soon also hits the Trojan horse. However, his explosions don't really do anything whatsoever, as they just continue to bounce off, or not even leave that of a simple scratch, due to the Trojan horse having that of a mana shield. With then Bakugo gritting his teeth in that of annoyance, with then Sero using his tape to bring him back to stand on top of them once again. With then Bakugo screaming, "Damn it! Damn you, Deku, you damn coward! Why don't you stop running and hiding and fight me?" But then Mina saying, "Does he know that we can't fully attack our opponents? We're supposed to just steal the headband." With then Sero saying, "Try telling him that. He's basically completely and utterly feral right now. It's like he won't go after anyone else besides Midoriya. With then Kirishima saying, "Hey, Bakugo, come on, man. I understand that you want to take Midoriya's points, but it doesn't look like he's going to be going down anytime soon. Why don't we just..." With then Bakugo saying, "Shut up! I'm going after that damn nerd and getting those damn points. I'm going to bring down that giant ass mech without a problem." With then soon Zero saying, "You do know you don't have your gauntlets, right?" With then soon Bakugo basically have that of a self-realization, as if he uses his regular explosions, he would need to use a powerful explosion to even try to damage the Trojan horse. However, doing so would possibly crippleize one of his arms for the time being until the event is over. And even if he does, who's to say that it would even work? With him come to that realization as he screams, "Screw you, Deku!" As everybody and their mothers could actually hear this, and not in just the stadium, but also UA and also the entire city of Masafu. With then even the echo going to his house, within Mitsuki and her husband Bosaro, both Bakugo's parents, couldn't help but realize he's angry. With then Mitsuki saying, that damn brat will never shut up, will he?" And she says this in that of annoyed and angry tone. With then soon Masaru couldn't help but smile with his eyes closed nervously, saying, "Oh boy, you better watch out, Yatsuki, when she found out that you basically screaming like this." With that, soon Bakugo was about to give orders that they're going to go after other people's points. Soon, his headband was taken by Monoma. And then, soon, Monoma basically giving out his own spew about what they're planning to do. As throughout the half of the competition, while many people from Class 1A began going after Izuku, except for Shoto and his team, Class 1B was actually stealing points from many people from Class 1A, and so they can actually be the ones to reach the third event in the finals. After all, divide and conquer. With then soon, not only that, Monoma also doing his own spiel on how he sees that Bakugo had to be saved by the heroes, or rather by Izuku, if he recalled the information that he was also saved by that of multiple vigilantes, and possibly that of a kid that looked like that of a middle schooler. With then hearing this, Bakugo saying, "You know what? Screw Deku for the time being. I'm still going after that little bastard. But first, we're going to basically kill every last one of these Class 1B rejects." After saying this, soon Kirishima, Mina, and Sero were nervous. However, they did what their supposed leader says. Within soon going after Monoma and his team. However, each attempt was that in failure, given Monoma's quirk being not able to copy, such as Kirishima's hardening, Bakugo's explosions as well. Within one of his teammates being that of Subaraba, using his air bubble quirk. However, even with that, still Bakugo was able, with enough determination and hard work and basically pure unadulterated rage and anger, was able to take the points that Monoma had, even getting back his own points at the same time as well. Within Bakugo saying, "And the next time I see you, even outside of this event, you're going to be wishing that I killed you instead." After that declaration and threat, well, the members of Monoma's team, Subaraba, and I think Hananuki as well, were actually terrified of the Ashen Blonde. With then Monoma saying, "Damn bastard. Not only he has such a strong quirk, but he also has the gall and basically thinking how he can threat us so easily." With then soon Monoma saying, "That's just ridiculous, like hell," as he's basically in complete and utter denial, with then him basically having that of a smile, a nervous, scared, and afraid smile on his face as his body is shaking from fear. And not only that, and it wasn't just Bakugo who got points, it was also Shoto, as like he said before going back after Izuku, he decided to take a couple of points from even a few people from Class 1B and even from people from his own class as well, such as, well, Hakakore as well. With now thinking maybe it's the perfect time to strike after Izuku. With then soon, Shoto was about to prepare that of an ice blast towards the horse-like mech. With then soon, Odysseus sees this. With then just as originally he was thinking about planning on dodging, however, decided not to instead, to show him what would happen if the ice boy hits the horse's legs. With then Shoto sending the ice wave, with then it hits the leg. However, Odysseus moves without even breaking a sweat as it continues to gallop and actually continue to glide and hover across the field entirely. With then Shoto saying, "What? But how?" With then soon Momo saying, "I think I might have something that could help, but I'm going to need some time to create it." With then soon saying, as then looking at Kaminari saying, "Kaminari, you also use your quirk as well." With then soon hearing this, Kaminari saying, "Will do." With then after that, Momo begins to take off her, UA sport gym uniform jacket and begins to create a same layered insulin tart. With then soon doing this is saying, "Kaminari, unleash your quirk as hard as you can, straight at Izuku." With then soon Kaminari saying, "Oh, I gotcha. But even if it doesn't work, that still leaves a lot of other people as well with their quirk for taking out their headbands as well. So that means," within Kaminari's arms begin to spark, saying 1.3 million volts. With then soon sending a wave of electricity towards everybody in the arena. However, the electricity heads straight for the Trojan horse. As electricity hits the mana barrier field around the Trojan horse. With then soon a damage report shows the left side of the Trojan horse has been hit. However, the mana shield is still up. However, the attack drained it quite a bit. With then soon Izuku began thinking, how long has it been? With then soon but Odysseus saying, "I believe it's almost been that of 10 minutes. I believe we only have that of 5 to 3 minutes left." But then hearing this, soon Izuku saying, "All right, that's the perfect time." With that, after saying that, saying, "Odysseus, remove your noble phantasm. Take us back into the real world from your reality marble." With then hearing this, Odysseus saying, "Are you sure, Master? It would be pretty easily." With then saying, "I do want to do it easily. However, if we continue using the Trojan horse being your noble phantasm, it's going to continue to drain me. And I want to have at least some magic circuits left for me to go pseudo, just in case." With then hearing this, soon Odysseus couldn't help but smirk, saying, "As you wish, Master Izuku. Just try not to lose after all the hard work I've done for you, Master. Okay?" With that, soon Izuku saying, "I promise, Odysseus." After that, soon the Trojan horse soon stops. With that, it begins to fade. With then soon in its place, showing that of Izuku and his teammates Tokiyami, Hatsune, and Ochako, still in the same formation as they were before. before they got sucked up into the reality, Odysseus' reality marble. With then soon, person Mike saying, "I can't believe it! I can't believe it! It seems Midoriya's time must have run out for his quirk, and now he and his team are back where they used to be." With then soon, Tokiyami saying, "Are you sure about this, Midoriya?" Saying, "I got it. We don't need to worry. After all we need to do is just steal at least one more headband to put my true plan in action. Are you guys okay with Tokiyami? Can you do that? Just get close to one team." Saying, "Got it." With then soon, as they soon head off, with that, May saying, "I still can't believe I didn't get to show off my babies, but even so, I got to see such an amazing piece of technology." Midoriya, was it? You think you could show me that baby once again after this is over? I would love to see what it's capable of, truly." With then saying, "That's not up to me. That's up to Odysseus if he would allow you. So you're going to need to ask him, not me." With then saying, "Oh, come on. Isn't he your quirk?" Saying, "Yeah, he is. But he's still his own entity, and he can choose on what he wishes, after all." After hearing this, Tokiyami couldn't help but be shocked and surprised that Izuku sees his sentient quirk, sees the living beings inside him as more than just that of his quirk, but as people as well. With him thinking, should I treat Dark Shadow the same as Midoriya treats his sentient quirks as well? With then soon shaking his head saying, "Nonsense. Dark Shadow is my inner darkness. The evil that I keep inside. The unbridled rage and hatred I hold for this world. Even though I would use this hatred and rage for the good of innocent people. That is what I must do. It's what I must strive to continue to hold back this inner darkness within me." With then soon saying this, soon Tokiyami sees a perfect opportunity as somebody with that of a headband, as it being Kendo's team. With then soon Kendo saying, "Looks like Midoriya is coming right to us." With then soon Izuku using his wind magic, as soon he basically shoots a gust of air towards Kendo. With then soon she's unable to see as she closes her eyes alongside Setsuna and that of Reiko as well. With then soon Dark Shadow grabs the headband, passing right through them. With then soon Kendo realized what they have, saying, "Seriously? They took it?" With Setsuna couldn't help but say, "Well, this is going to be quite annoying. Should I?" Saying, "It's all." With then realizing, no, looks like the event is almost over. And the baddest thing is that we didn't get much time to show off, after all. What a pain, I have to say. With then soon, Reiko couldn't help but try to cheer up her friend, saying, "You shouldn't be so down, Kendo. Trust me, you did all you could." And honestly, I think we were stupid to actually go with Monama's plan to begin with. With then hearing this, Kendo basically has her eyes widening, saying, "You know what? You're right. Sure, his plan had that of a sound strategy with us working all together and making sure that all of us head to the event, head to the third event together as a class. But if you put it in realization, we should have not just gone after Class 1B, but after each other as well. After all, we may be a class, but we're all trying to reach the top. And we all can't do that just as a class." With then soon Setsuna can help say, "You're right, girlfriend. Definitely." With then soon, back with Izuku, he soon looks around saying, come on, where are you all?" With then soon, you hear somebody scream out, "Deku! So you stop hiding, you little damn coward! I got you now!" With then Izuku saying, "Kachan." With then soon, a gust of ice begins to head towards Izuku as well, with then Izuku placing having his hands out, with soon a staff that looks like that of a ring. It looks like that of a moon. Basically appears as it being Medea's staff, with soon spinning it around as two orbs, one purple and one of green, was soon sent were basically in front of Izuku, as he soon sends both orbs as he soon hits both orbs, as then both begin to disperse, with the green orb sending that of a wave of wind magic towards that of Bakugo, sending him flying backwards back to his team, and the lightning magic soon hits the ice, basically trying to destroy it, as electricity is a lot more powerful and dense enough to destroy the ice, even though normally ice isn't a good conductor for electricity after all. Within seeing this, Momo uses the blanket conductor, however, as soon as it hits, it basically disintegrates the blanket, basically was a last use resort. Within Momo realizing, did he just destroy a highly condensive blanket that can basically withstand electricity? With electricity? Within Ida saying, damn, Midoriya, he has so much things under his sleeve. How can we beat him? With then soon Shoto looking at his left side, with then shaking his head saying, we'll take him. We're going to get that points. With then Ida looking at Shoto as he has the determination saying, all right, I have one way to make sure to get those points, Todoroki. But once I do, I'll be useless for the entire event. With then soon Shoto saying, the event is almost over, Ida. What do you got to do? With then soon saying, all right, give me a moment. With then soon Ida goes into another running stance. With then soon blue-like flames begin to erupt from his exhaust pipes from his calves. With then the hum of the flames burst out. With then Ida screaming out, Reciprocal burst! With then soon sending flying towards Izuku. With then soon Shoto was able to grab the headband on Izuku's forehead. With both Momo and Kaminari still dunced. With then Shoto saying, Ida, did you just... With then Ida commenting saying, yes. With this, I'm able to extend my speed to one short burst, moving faster than the naked eye can see. But because of that, it also causes my engines to stall. So now I'm completely dead in the water. Make sure to keep that headband count. With then soon Izuku within President Mike saying, oh no, it seems like Midoriya has lost the headband. It seems that Todoroki is the one that takes first place now. With then soon Aizawa saying, guess again, Mike, look at the score. With then soon looking at the score as Shoto is still in second place. With then soon President Mike saying, but I don't understand. Didn't Todoroki take the headband? With then soon Shoto looking at the headband as it sees that it's not the same headband from before, as it's currently the headband that Izuku took from Kendo. With then soon Izuku couldn't help but smirk, saying, sorry Todoroki, but I've been through a lot of battle training and tactics to know when I need to basically pull a fast one and fool my opponents. With then, not only that, with then soon flipping the headband that was over his neck, with then showing the 10 million points. With then soon, everybody is shocked and surprised as Izuku says, with that of a smug and also prideful smile, saying, like I said, I don't plan on losing no matter what. After that, soon, the sirens goes off as now the second event of the first year UA Sports Festival comes to an end. Within President Mike saying, "Now that was one crazy event for a sports festival. Normally it's always the third event that always gets the most looks, but given what Midoriya was able to do throughout almost the entirety of the event, I gotta say, this one is going to go down for ages." With then soon Vlad King grumbling that none of his students were able to get at least into the third event. But then noticed that one of his students, being Shota, was actually part of the fourth place team, being with Hitoshi Shinso. With then thinking, then maybe there is a chance for my students to continue to shine and take spotlight. Shota, you did a great job hanging in there. With then soon all of the team's points were added up, with Izuku still having that of 10 million. Second place being that of Shoto with that of, well, I believe 57,000. Bakugo's team with that of, well, 38,000. And Shinso's team with that of 24,000. With that, our final participants for the third event of the UA Sports Festival have now been selected, with then now giving them that of a 1 hour break. With then soon as then Izuku couldn't help but take that of a huge deep breath before letting it out. With then Ochako saying, "Hey Deku, are you okay?" With then Izuku saying, "Yeah, I'm fine. I just..." With then soon Nightingale and Sheba alongside Medusa coming out and materializing from their spirit form. With then soon Sheba saying, "No you're not. You're far from it. You basically allowed Odysseus' noble phantasm to come out for at least 10 minutes straight. You've never been able to handle a noble phantasm that long." With then Izuku saying, "Yeah, I know, but my magic circuits..." With then soon Nightingale going to Izuku, placing her hand on his back, and feel the magic circuits and mana circulating through his body. With then saying, you still have plenty of mana, but the magic circuits that you used up in this event is quite a bit, to be honest. Just to make sure that you listen, you need some time to rest. Use the time that you do have to recharge your mana and regain your prana points. Is that understood, Commander?" With then Izuku saying, "Yes, Nightingale, I totally understand." With then she soon basically letting down Izuku's shirt and then saying, "Good. Now rest up, Commander. You're still needed for the next event." With then soon Medusa basically looking at everybody else. With soon she's saying, "Worthless. Still, you know you could have handled this entire event all by yourself, Izuku. Why waste it with these three?" With then soon Ochako saying, "Hey, what was that? What's that for?" But then Izuku saying, "Don't listen to her like that, Ochako. She's just really, really overprotective. Trust me." With then soon Medusa couldn't help but feel somewhat annoyed at that. With then Izuku continuing saying, but I do appreciate her efforts for looking out for me. Still, sorry I didn't use you for this event, Medusa. I really appreciate it, but I did appreciate you worrying about me." With then soon Medusa blushing from Izuku's compliments and kind words. But then she's saying, "Just stop making me worry and basically take things seriously instead of stalling for time. Is that understood?" With then saying, "Yes, ma'am." With then soon Medusa walking off before reverting back into spirit form. With then Sheba saying, I think I can help you get back your mana, but it's gonna take some time. With then Izuku saying, right. I am aware of the method. As Izuku begins blushing, with then soon Nobunaga materializes a spirit form saying, "Oh, no, you're not doing that. Especially not in public." With then saying, "I was planning on going to the infirmary, actually. Wouldn't that be a nice place to go?" With then soon going to Izuku, with basically, basically showing off her assets quite a bit to the green-eyed boy, within Izuku blushing, within Nobunaga saying, "Damn you, digging fox! Stop trying to corrupt my little brother here, you stupid bitch!" With then soon pointing one of her rifles towards Sheba, within Sheba pointing her lamp towards Nobunaga, within Izuku saying, "Okay, no, not in front of everybody, you two, stop it." With then Izuku getting in between both girls, with soon both of them basically turning around. Before that, it was kind of awkward that almost everybody saw this, as it almost seemed like, actual people bickering and worrying about one solitary person. With then soon Momo saying, for somebody who has quite the arsenal of a quirk, Midoriya didn't even need to use all of them for this event, which I was actually believing that he would." With then Ida basically chopping his arm, saying, "Oh, I think we underestimated Midoriya. We believed that he would use all of his sentient quirks in battle to stall us, and yet he didn't. And he basically only used one with such unique power and ability. I have to say, even if this was not, I'm more worried on what I had to do to face against Midoriya in the third event than anything." With then soon the Kaminari still basically in his way look actually, with continually basically having that of thumbs up, going way over and over again. With then soon Shoto basically gripping his left hand, as he begins thinking throughout that entire event that Mech was able to shrug off the ice attacks like it was nothing, completely resistant, like they were just shrugging off, like it was just shrugging off like it was nothing. And yet, maybe if I used my flames, I could have done more damage. And yet, nothing. Hell, even Kaminari, when he basically discharged all of his electricity, didn't do anything. Most likely, it just stalled for a bit. Damn it. With then soon Shoto looking back at Izuku, with him trying to settle down both that of Sheba and Nobunaga from the two ladies trying to kill each other. With then soon, as everybody begins to leave off the field because it's time to do recreational activities, as Izuku was going to head to the cafeteria and then head to the infirmary so he can restore his prana points, he was soon grabbed by Shoto and saying, "Midoriya, can we talk in private?" With then hearing this, soon Izuku basically nods, saying, "Sure, Todoroki, I don't mind." After that, the two members of Class 1A soon walked off. Within Ochako was wondering, within Ida soon walks over to Ochako alongside Momo. Within Ida asking, "What's going on?" With soon Ochako saying, "Not sure. Todoroki wanted to see Deku for something, actually, and it looked like it was in private." With then Tokiyami commenting, saying, "Possibly it isn't just Bakugo who declared war on Midoriya. It seems to be another who declares war on our green-eyed classmate." With then soon everybody looking at the bird-headed, raven-haired boy, with then soon Momo looking back at Izuku and Shoto. With then, Bakugo was also able to see this as he grunts a little bit in annoyance before soon standing up and walking off somewhere. With then, both Izuku and Shoto are all alone. Well, not really alone actually, with as almost all of Izuku's servants are basically there by his side, all in spirit form. Well, except one being Kotaro, as he's basically on the ceiling, not even being seen by, well, Shoto. However, Izuku's able to sense the red-haired young boy ninja, the evil wind that he was once known as. With then soon Izuku saying, "Okay, Todoroki, what did you want to speak with me about? And if you're planning on declaring war on me, just like how Kachan did, then you're wasting your time." With then soon Shoto asking, "Tell me, your quirk, it's unnatural." With then Izuku saying, "Pardon? Your quirk is unnatural. You have sentient quirks that basically look the form of humans and are able to do whatever and is able to do anything. Not only that, each sentient quirk has their own type of quirk and unique ability. And I've seen each and every one. That the one that you called Sigurd is able to use blades and swords effortlessly and is so skilled with them that it almost looks like I'm seeing a master at hand. The one that you called Scott Hatch is quite unique, has a unique form of spear play, and that spear seems quite deadly even by one touch. Hell, if I recall, Recovery Girl had a hard time even trying to heal Bakugo. Even to this day, I believe that the guy still has the wound. Isn't that right? With then Izuku's thinking, "Oh right, Scott Hatch's gay bulg is completely and utterly different from that of, well, her former students' gay bulg. It's supposed to be a lot more deadlier and it can leave everlasting wounds. Good thing that she was holding back, but still." With then soon he also brings up that of Nobunaga, who's able to bring out rifles like they were nothing, and even tries talking like she's the actual Nobunaga in history that we learned about in history class. With then soon Izuku realizing, right, should have told Nobu to basically hold back on her personality, but if doing that, that's basically asking way too much, even for me. And don't even get me started with the newest ones that you were able to bring out, like the one with the robot suits and brought out that of a giant mechanical horse. So I had to ask, are you the same as me, Midoriya? With then Izuku saying, "Wait, what? Are you a child born from a quirk marriage, the same as I?" With then Izuku was completely and utterly caught off guard by that, saying, "Wait, you're serious?" With then soon Sheba basically using her clairvoyance to see how this conversation ends. But then soon she actually sighing. But then Nobunaga and also Nightingale heard this sighing. But then soon Nightingale saying, "What is it, Miss Sheba?" With then soon saying, "I think we should let this conversation go on." Hearing this, Nobunaga was about to rant before then Scott Hatch spoke up saying, "Why do you say that, Sheba?" With then soon Sheba closing her eyes while still in spirit form saying, "I believe Izuku needs to hear this. He already knows that this world is not as perfect as it already seems, but he needs to know that not even all heroes are truly perfect after all." With then soon Izuku saying, "Wait, I'm not part of a quirk marriage. I mean, my dad is always working overseas and I barely get a chance to see him, but even so, he still cares deeply about me. And my mom never even told me that she got married for my dad's quirk, even and vice versa as well. So I'm not really sure on what made you think that that I was born from the union of a quirk marriage. And if I last recall, weren't quirk marriages basically became illegal about that of, 5 years ago? With then soon Shoto clenching his left hand, with then saying, yeah, but before they became illegal, quirk marriages were still pretty prevalent when we were born, after all. With then, as you already aware that my father is the number 2 hero, Endeavor, right? With then Izuku saying, I mean, you had to be stupid not to know that, given your last name is Todoroki, and his last name is Todoroki too, unless you're related to him in another way. With then soon Shoto clenching his left hand tightly, saying, believe me, Midoriya, being his son is nothing but pain and misery. With then soon Izuku's eyes widening. With then Shoto goes on at that of his backstory about how his father basically paid his mother's family to marry her for her quirk and her quirk alone. As even when he was young, he already made the top 10 and already was close to being number 2. However, what he really wanted was to be the number 1 hero of Japan. However, he was never able to reach that hurdle, reach where he's always wanted, because of one person, that being All Might. All Might has always been the number 1 hero, no matter what. And no matter what Endeavor did, he can never leave the spot as number 2. So, you know what he did? He decided if he couldn't reach it, then his offspring could. They could become number 1 for him. So, that's where my mom came in. She basically gave birth multiple times so I could be born. My siblings were considered failures, where I was supposed to be his masterpiece. But soon, his mother basically suffered mentally because of the actions of what he's done to her, even to the point that she began to see his left side unbearable. Within Izuku realizing, no, she didn't. Did she? Within Shoto basically looking at Izuku as it focuses on his scar, saying, yeah, she's the one that gave me this scar. But it was his fault. His fault that she made me hurt, that he made her hurt me. It's her. Because of that, I made a decision that I would never, ever use my left side ever again. I would never use his quirk ever again. I'll reach the top. I'll defeat All Might with only my right side, with my mom's quirk alone. And to be honest, I remember the day that All Might brought you aside after our first hero class, and that he wanted to know. So, at first, I thought it was just coincidence. But then I began thinking maybe you were related to him. But then soon after that little moment, it was completely unwarranted. Not only that, you don't have the same quirk as him as well. Plus, I've seen some crazy things that you were able to do, such as even able to create weapons and even other forms of elemental quirks as well, such as mine. So I began to realize, maybe, just maybe, you were the same as me in a quirk marriage. But seeing that I was wrong, it can't be helped. Within Izuku, basically lowering his head, saying, so that's the reason? That's the reason that you hold yourself back? Because you want to prove that you were better than your father with only your right side? That's basically putting yourself into a damn handicap, Todoroki. With then soon Shoto saying, So what? Doesn't matter. I'll prove I'm better. I'll prove I'll get stronger without his flames. And it won't be a handicap if I prove it right, after all. Within Izuku saying, "You're being ridiculous, Todoroki. Every quirk has limits. You can't just keep forcing them to." Within saying, "What about you? Your quirk doesn't seem to have a limit. Besides that one thing about the USJ, your personality, your appearance, it seemed different. Not only that, when we heard from the teachers that you basically went almost into cardiac arrest, well, it was, you may have a weakness after all, but it seems your weakness is way much more taxing than mine. But even so, I'll still beat you. I'm going to show that bastard that I can win without using his damn fire." And the same also goes for Bakugo as well. No matter what, I'm going to win this. But then Shoto was about to walk off. Before then, soon, somebody dropping down on the ground, as it being Kotaro, with then him looking at Shoto. However, his hair is not covering his eyes this time, as he has that of a demonic glare in his eyes. With then soon Izuku saying, "Kotaro!" With then soon Kotaro saying, "You really think that? Do you really think that what you're doing is the right thing?" With then soon Shoto saying, "Midoriya, what are you? I'm answering. Answer me. Do you really think that what you're doing is actually the right thing? Do you really believe that this is what your mother would want for you?" With then soon Izuku's eyes widening saying, "Oh no." With then Shoto basically glaring at Kotaro saying, "The hell do you talking about? Midoriya, if this is how if you truly believe that I'm belittling my mother, then within Kotaro basically grabbing Shoto by his gym uniform and slamming him to the wall. Within Kotaro bringing out one of his kunai, saying, "This isn't about Izuku. This is about you and me, you little brat. Do you really believe that your mother would want you to almost kill yourself by overusing your one side of your quirk? You're here to become a hero. You're here to protect and save people. Do you really believe your mother would actually want to see you hurt yourself? And not only that, you blame your father for your scar, and yet it was your mother who caused this scar. And yet you have more resentment towards him instead of her. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. You are a damn imbecile. It's what I expect nothing from." Within soon Izuku screamed out, "Evil Wind, stop!" Within, Kotaro basically had eyes widening as he soon drops Shoto. Within soon even dropping his kunai. Within Kotaro looks at Izuku saying, "Did you just call me by that disgusting title, Izuku?" Saying, "I did, Kotaro. You need to stop. Call me by that title again, and I will." Within soon raising up his right arm and then soon showing his assassin class command seal, saying, "By my command seal, Kotaro Evil Wind Fuma, cease and desist! Return back to spirit form!" After saying that, soon Izuku's assassin class command seal began to disappear. Within soon, Kotaro also fades back into spirit form. Within that, Shoto basically looks at Izuku. Within Izuku basically clenching his own fist, saying, "Damn it, Kotaro. I hate using those things. You know it. So why did you make me have to use it?" With then soon Izuku walking off, saying, I'm sorry about that, Todoroki. I didn't mean that to happen, actually. My apologies. I really do mean it. But even so, if we do fight in the finals, I'm letting you know this now. I don't plan on holding anything back, and neither should you. With that, soon, Shoto stay on the ground, wondering, with then realizing that Kotaro's words weren't what Midoriya would do. Even as inner thoughts, they wouldn't be words that Izuku would say. But then him thinking, Midoriya, do you really have a quirk or not? As then soon Izuku saying, hope you enjoyed the show, Kachan. Just letting you know this now. Nothing's changed between us either. With then soon Izuku walking off, with then Bakugo coming out of the cover in the shadows, saying, "Damn nerd." And as for that, the hell did his quirk just go nuts? And even so, the hell, that whole entire talk, just more bullshit getting in the way. And I'm tired of other people's bullshit getting in my way of beating the shit out of them. With then soon Bakugo stomping off as well, as three members of Class 1A, basically dealing with things in their own way, with their own problems. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Love to read them. So, what did you guys think of the Cavalry battle? I wanted to focus more on Odysseus' time to shine. And so, yeah. Not only that, in this, series, Bakugo's more aggressive because Izuku has a more powerful and more flashy quirk. And due to Izuku getting it when he was defending himself, Bakugo's ego won't let anything like that stand. So, and because of that, anything that involves around Izuku defending him or beating him, such as that, he'll basically become more and more aggressive towards anyone who brings it up, such as Monoma. As for Shoto, normally when it always comes down to it that Shoto always loses it when he constantly doesn't able to use when he's about to use his fire quirk. And I kind of thought that was kind of a stupid catalyst. So I believe that what if Shoto having doubts with himself, doubts that maybe he could win if he does use his flames instead of just continuously using his ice or relying on other people to make up for his weaknesses, which is good, but not too good to rely so much on other people for your own mistakes. So yeah, and as for Kotaro, well, again, if you guys have played Fate Grand Order and also know about Kotaro's lore in the Natsu-verse, then you know that he is one huge ass mama's boy if I haven't shown it throughout this entire series good enough. And seeing that Shoto has basically sanctified his own mother, which normally even Kotaro has, but is basically even willing to hurt him and still sanctify her, it kind of pisses off Kotaro. So I had to bring up that scene, to be fair. And now you guys also finally got to see Izuku use one of his command seals for once. Which, once again, Izuku hates using those things. So yeah. Anyways, if you guys like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification to keep up to date my videos when I upload on the channel. Also, check out my Discord, gaming channel, side channel, and Patreon. All linked in the description below. So, with all that said, this is Yamuki, signing out. Later, guys, and I hope you all take care. Shiro Kitsune, you know what you have to do, girl.
Hi, everyone. This is White Fox. If you liked Leon's video, click the video on the left to see the most recent one. And if you want to see more of this, click the subscribe button and notification bell and check out his playlists. If you still haven't subscribed, do so in the center. With that said, I hope to see you again on my love's channel. Bye!